Hey guys, welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. Breath of the Wild Zelda. This is actually the first time that I ever played a Zelda game. I don't know what happened in the past. I am really a fan of Japanese gaming like Gran Turismo, Metal Gear Solid, the Resident Evil series. They are really on another level as regards to quality, as regards to vibe. It's all amazing, but somehow I never had a Nintendo, and these games just passed by me. I always knew that I was missing out on something probably terrific if I read the forums, etc. And I am off for a week, which is amazing, and also quite recently started a Gran Turismo 3 playthrough, and I was messing about with the emulators. And then I noticed like the CMU emulator for the Nintendo Wii U. And I thought like, okay, let's boot up a Zelda game. Let's see what it's all about. And I only play tested it for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And it's amazing. It is, the emulator seems rock solid. I can upscale it to 8K and then downscale to 4K. It's just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this playthrough. It's really weird that there is zero background music in the menu. But anywho, we will be doing a new game. We are playing on Master Mode, I think it is called. So if it's now already enabled, that is why the option here says play in normal mode. If you play in normal mode, it says play in Master Mode. Options. Yeah, basically everything is default. HUD is minimal like usual. I really don't like HUDs. Also, I enabled a few what they call graphic packs. It are basically mods whereby the level of detail and the draw distance, etc., is increased in the game, and the game really, it looks amazing, even though it was made for a Wii U, I think. It's the art design, it's on another level, I have to say. It's expansive, really wide, but also cozy, like the little sounds, just like that mix that Gran Turismo has. Gran Turismo had like this full focus on realism and authenticity, but at the same time it's super cozy with like the car wash, the little tunes, the sound effects in the menus, the background music. That same Japanese vibe. It's realistic, but also such an amazing how do you call it? Art design and just vibe to it. It's that mix between cartoony, but also realism. Amiibo, I have no idea what this is. You cannot use Amiibo until you've reached a certain point in the game. Try again after you've made some progress. And what I wanted to do, because it's always, it's a deep playthrough, so if there are any collectibles, then I will try to get them. I will read all the lore, etc. Besides playing on the hardest difficulty and without any HUDs and with the highest graphical fidelity as possible, so 4K, downscaled from 8K, increased draw distance, level of detail, etc. But I will also be reading whatever the game throws at us, content-wise. That's also why I have a lot of playthroughs unfinished yet, because I really am still intending to finish most of them. But yeah, my playthroughs are a lot slower than others, because that's also why I call them deep playthroughs. I try to really get through them thoroughly as possible, but that also means much slower. And then sometimes I do like RDR. I was fully into RDR2 and still am. I have still a whole to-do list that I wrote down, like with the pelt hunting, etc., before even getting into the main campaign. But yeah, it's also already like, I haven't even touched the main campaign, and I'm already like 60 episodes in, so that is at least 2 to 3 hour on average episodes. So I'm already, I think, like 200 plus hours in. So sometimes you just then need a change of scenery, so another game. And messing about with these emulators, it's amazing because for me, peak gaming was late 90s, early or the 2000s. Everything basically, with a few exceptions, like 90% of what came out in the last 15 years is woke crap, regressive, dumbed down, made foolproof, overly cluttered HUDs, the huge mini maps, X-ray vision that you see enemies through walls. It is all retarded compared to the focused approach of much smaller teams that made games in the late 90s and the 2000s. But anywho, what a long-winded way of saying that I'm gonna quickly read what these DLCs are. We also have the DLCs. So here we go. Pack 2, the Champions Ballad. A new challenge related to the champions has been added. Once you have completed the main quest to free all 4 divine beasts, return to the Shrine of Resurrection and inspect the terminal where you first found the Shaika slate. Treasure rumors. 9 items have been added, including Royal Guard equipment, Ravio's HUD, and other items honoring the legacy of the Legend of Zelda series. There are apparently books containing rumors about these items at Riverside Stable and Daya Village ruins. Ancient horse gear. The ancient saddle allows you to call a horse companion no matter the distance between you two. The ancient bridle increases the number of times you can spur your horse on. There is apparently a book containing rumors about these items at Highland Stable. Alright, I don't really like a DLC that makes the game much easier, like calling your horse from anywhere. Yeah, it removes the whole game mechanic, so to say, because normally I assume you have to take care of the or keep an eye on the distance that you are away from your horse in order to still be able to call it, and that is now removed from the game. So I don't like that DLC, at least not at first sight. Trial of the Sword. So this was Ancient Horse Gear, Treasure Rumors, the Champions Ballads. Trial of the Sword. A challenge has been added, completed to awaken the true splendor of the sword that seals the darkness, the Master Sword. Once you have obtained the Master Sword, speak with the great Deku tree in Korok Forest. The Master Trials. This is the Master Trials Champions Ballad. This I don't understand. Alright, this is Pack 2, the Champions Ballad. Pack 2, the Champions Ballad. Pack 2, the Champions Ballad. Pack 1, the Master Trials. Alright, so you had Pack 1, the Master Trials. Pack 2 is the Champions Ballad. Master Mode, a harder mode that will put your courage and skills to the test. From the title screen, select Play in Master Mode to begin. Please note that in Master Mode you will have 1 save file and 1 autosave file. Yes, I don't really see how that's makes that a problem. But anywho, this is apparently added in DLC, so it was not part of the base game. That's also really nice about these remasters, like GT5, Gran Turismo 5. I'm still in the middle of the playthrough, but that's a good example. Like you are only playing it years after release, so you have all the updates. You don't have to worry about changing settings after some new game update in the emulator or whatever, and you have all the content unlocked. So that's really a benefit of playing games. I am by nature a first adopter, so also with hardware like graphic cards, if a new one came out, I really try to get the biggest and most capable unit. And also with games, if games in the series that came out that I really like, bam, play it as soon as possible. But yeah, you are often, especially in the current modern day, you're often playing a half-baked product, and not so much with hardware, but or with hardware as well, because you often buy it before even the reviews come out. Although I do tend to read reviews quite thoroughly before making a hardware choice, but with games, you are often playing it well before many patches come out that actually improve the game or DLCs. And now, if you play it like, if you're, this is really an example of patience pay off. If you're patient and you will wait a couple of years, you'll have the best experience, so to say. And you're also by that time playing it on much comparatively more powerful hardware, so you can really bump everything up with a good frame rate. Heroes Path Mode, a feature that lets you use the map to view the path you've taken on your journey, footstep by footstep. Once you've advanced far enough in the game, this option will be added when you open your map. You can save around 200 hours of gameplay this way. If you exceed this amount of play data, the oldest footsteps will be erased as new ones are added. Alright, I don't know what the added value is of that. I would assume if 2 hours of gameplay walking around is added to the map will be totally unusable because it will be over-cluttered with paths that you took. But yeah, I don't know how it works. We will have to see. Then we have Travel Medallion. The Travel Medallion has been added. Place it at your current location and you will be able to travel there instantly. There is apparently a book containing rumors about the Travel Medallion at South Akala Stable. Alright, this is South Akala Stable and the other one was Highland Stable. Again, at first sight a DLC that I don't really care for because fast travel in these open world games, I don't like fast travel, just like I don't like HUDs. Fast travel removes immersion from the game. Sometimes it's time consuming and annoying to travel, but you do get to know the world much better, especially if you are maybe not doing something that you like, but then you go through it and your mind focuses on other things than you would you have gone through that travel sequence while doing something that you like thinking about your objective or something. If you are sometimes forced to backtrack the same path, you just are in a different state of mind and you will probably notice other things. And it's also the power of repetition. If you sometimes travel certain roads multiple times, yeah, you really get a better grasp of the whole game, the world and the coherence of it all. And at that point, you also, that's the same as in Red Dead Redemption. I really try to find my way myself. No fast travel. The only way I fast travel there is the immersive way, and that is just by taking the train from one station to the other. But at one point, I really want to be able to navigate the world just by looking at landmarks, knowing where north is, where south, east, and west are, and then make your way there. And then you really feel grounded and based into the game world instead of just clicking an icon and suddenly warping to the other end of the map. So, fast travel DLC, not for me. Korok Mask. The Korok Mask has been added. It has the power to alert the wearer when a Korok is hiding nearby. There is apparently a book containing rumors about the Korok Mask at Woodland Stable. Again, these are all DLCs which makes the game easier. Why would not for me? Maybe for other people. And yes, now I'm in the luxury position that I still am 7 days off, so I have extra time. So maybe if you normally, like I have, with a busy in real life job, you only have 1 or 2 hours to spare, then it can make sense. But still, even then, why would you put on something that removes the sense of exploration and more importantly, the sense of accomplishment, that once you do find something on your own, that you actually have a real sense of, yes, I did it myself, a sense of achievement, compared to just putting on a mask and then, just like modern games, where basically everything is noted on the minimap. Go here, do that, then go here, complete it, go here, complete it. You don't even need to do anything, you just follow an icon on a map. It is retarded. And that's an example for also in Gran Turismo 3, which by the way I will also be playing this few days that I'm off, because it's an amazing game. I totally forgot how better the vibe in that game is compared to basically any Gran Turismo that came after it. But there as well, sometimes you have really hard races, but they are winnable if you put in the time and effort. And many people just they put on the biggest turbo and they blindly drive to victory. But then you have zero sense of accomplishment. While if you have to grind through a race, start over, and then you nail that perfect overtake, and you cross the finish line first, you really have that sense of accomplishment. And all these kinds of DLCs and shortcuts take away from that, and it takes away from the actual deeper level of gaming experience that otherwise otherwise it's all. And that is also with modern gaming, there is just one word for it, and actually two. One is woke, which is retarded, and two is superficial. Many modern games are so superficial. All these, you see it here. This game came out, I think, in 2000. Already way, for me, in my recollection, my memory, it really came out like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, but it's way longer. So we do the Breath of the Wild release. I think maybe, let's say, 2017, I say. Yes, March 3. So it is a little bit over 10 years old, and it still looks amazing. But 10 years old, that was already during the time that woke made its entry, and also dumbing down of games. So this is the start of that whole trend. And here it was still DLC, but in modern games, all these kinds of functionalities are mostly just baked into the base game itself. So a lot of player difficulty, player challenge just has been removed from modern games. And then you have to find your own way to make it harder by modding out the HUD, etc., like I often do. Misko's treasure, 8 items have been added, including Majora's Mask and other relics, honoring the legacy of the Legend of Zelda series. There is apparently a journal at Outpost Ruins, written by the fiend who stole these items. At Outpost Ruins. The Great Bandit Misko. Alright, then we have the expansion pass purchase bonus. 3 special treasure chests containing exclusive expansion pass items are now available on the Great Plateau. Yeah, I saw during game testing, I saw 2 chests, I think. They look pretty special, but I couldn't get to it. There was like this jump you had to make over some toxic pond, and I kept falling into it, although admittedly, I didn't try very hard. Let's quickly check credits. Also really nice, you can move this yourself. But this is again such amazing, almost only Japanese development team. And that's really what I like. Japan is such an amazing country. It's not even that big of a team. Check it out. This is it. Normally with AAA Western games, the credits are literally 10 times bigger and longer. Yes, it's a big team, but it's I don't know. What's this? This is 8 times 3, 24. I don't know, 300 people or something. I mean, still big, but nowhere near as big as all the crap that comes out now from AAA studios. The bloated crap. Nintendo is the author of this software for the purpose of copyright. All rights reserved. 2017 Nintendo. Alright, so that was a pretty long intro ramble. Here we go, new game. Link!
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Man, the art design, it's amazing. And also they did it a bit like that cell shading, but probably also because of the limited hardware capabilities of the Wii U, but still they made it look, also the texture work, it looks amazing out in the world. I'm really blown away by it after like the 15 minutes of playtesting. Alright, here we are. We are in a kind of a room. Sometimes the game stutters a bit because I'm playing it in OpenGL, which is I think a little bit less efficient than Vulkan or DirectX rendering in the emulator. But I do think it is the most accurate renderer. So I take a little bit of stuttering once in a while, which should reduce going forward, because I think it is only when shaders are loaded for the first time. After that they are put into a cage, so you don't have it anymore. They are stored on the hard disk, on the SSD. But yeah, for now it is, at least in the part that I play tested, there will hopefully not be any stuttering. But when I first booted up the game, there really was some stuttering because the game was for the first time loading in the shaders. God damn it. Alright, so we are going to go here.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it. It will help guide you after your long slumber.
Alright, so who put Link into that slumber, into that... yeah, how do you call that? Fluid capsule? Like people in the Matrix, getting out of the Matrix a bit. The movie. Alright, Sheikah slate, a mysterious tablet with a glowing center. You've never seen this device before, and yet there is something familiar about it. Fuck me, why is my... oh, it's over here, inventory. So this is our inventory. We have key items. Then we have options here. This is all basically, there's not much to adjust here. I also have a mod that changes a really nice mod, seems to work very well, that changes the button layout to the PS5 DualSense controller. And also a more intuitive controller, like X on the DualSense is action, which used to be circle. The really weird circle in almost any game I play is back or cancel, and it is not like confirm or action. So that is changed around. Adventure log. We have to recover memories, apparently. Pick up stuff. I think we can push stuff. I did somehow decided to keep the stamina bar on the screen, although it is quite intrusive, I find, but it's also quite immersive, like when you are swimming, that you actually can have a better sense of whether you will make it to the other side, if it's like a big pond, because once your stamina runs out while swimming, you immediately drown, I found. And also the hearts at the top left. If there would be a way to see your health in the menu, then I would have disabled them. Then I could just go into the menu to see my current health state. But there is no way to see health into the menu. And also with these Nintendo games, I personally, although I never really had a Nintendo myself, but still associate Nintendo with Mario Brothers, etc., a bit cartoony games. A real fun, innocent, welcoming type of game library, so to say. I do find these little heart icons at the top left fitting for a game like this, so I don't mind it. Normally I prefer zero HUD at all, but for this game I gladly make an exception. Although maybe going forward I will disable those two elements as well. There's a mod for that. These old trousers are threadbare in spots, but they're surprisingly comfortable. The legs are a bit too short though. Alright, equip weapon armor and other gear here. There we go. Beautiful colors as well. A thin shirt made long ago. It's coming apart at the seams, but it's better than nothing. The sleeves are a bit on the short side. Let's see, how do we look? We can also rotate Link. So yeah, it is not the highest polygon amount, etc. But it is still, the art design is amazing, and still also that little back at the back of his belt. Yeah, it is just, in a game like this, this is really a good example, I think, that higher fidelity graphics by itself don't make the game. Its art design is huge, I think, in game design for the experience, and that is really top tier in this game.
Hold the Sheikah slate up to the pedestal. That will show you the way. Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Alright, I think the antagonist always in Zelda is Ganon. Link is the protagonist, of course, and Hyrule is the name of the world. Also, water looks really good in this game, I find. Here, in these textures to the right, it looks really quite high resolution, I have to say. I mean, how cool is this? The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm 10 years late, literally almost to the day, but I'm really happy that I booted it up. Maybe it's the start of the whole new favorite game series. Would not surprise me that I will be playing other titles as well. Just like Metal Gear Solid. I was quite late to the Metal Gear Solid party, but it's really also one of my favorite game series ever. Here, a little bird. The controls feel snappy, it is all so cool. Wooden branches such as this are pretty common, but it's surprisingly well balanced. It doesn't do much damage, but can serve as a weapon in a pinch. Attack with your equipped weapon. You can also do a heavy attack. If your stamina wheel runs out, you will be too tired to do certain actions until it fills up again. Change weapon. You can switch weapons quickly. Press and hold the D-pad and then the right thumbstick. And we can also cancel it. Also really nice in this game, there really are not that many controls. It's really straightforward. Especially coming just from Red Dead Redemption 2, which has quite a convoluted control scheme. Hylian shroom, a common mushroom found near trees around Hyrule. Eat it to restore half a heart. Here, these little sounds, I just find them so endearing, so to say. Probably it will be quite an emotional story, but it's also so light-hearted. That is what Japanese developers can do so well. Balance realism or fiction with realism and heavy emotions with light-heartedness. Just like the Metal Gear Solid series, where Snake goes through some very heavy emotional storylines, but also there is like how do you call it? Self-ridicule and very light-hearted, foolish, funny humor in the game. In those games. Getting as much as I can, because we are playing on that hard difficulty mode, master difficulty, which I think, the only thing is these shadows seem a little bit, maybe I have to look at it. Well,
Link, head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
Alright, so we need to go to the east. Over there, follow the Sheikah slate. Alright, all kinds of other menus that we cannot do anything. The Sheikah slate data has been damaged. But what I was saying is... Yeah, on this master difficulty level, I think at the start especially we really have to avoid certain fights, because there's also weapon degradation in the game, and often those fights cost more weapons than you will gain in return from slaying the enemies. But we will probably enter into fights, of course, anyway, so I really want to stock up on any health items that I can find. But these shadows, they are a little bit, how do you call that? Stuttery. Shimmering in motion. That's the only thing that I found. But for the rest, it seems to run super stable and it just looks amazing. Right, we can also throw these boulders down a hill. Right, and there's the old guy. I thought that the audio was not configured correctly, but a lot of the dialogue in game I think is silent. So we will be speaking with him, but we will not hear his voice. The hell is that? Can I pick that up? That's of him, right? Alright, let's first talk with him. Well met, stranger. It's rather unusual to see another soul in these parts. Who are you? Me, I'll spare you my life story. I'm just an old fool who has lived here alone for quite some time now. What brings a bright-eyed young man like you to a place like this? Where are we? Answering a question with a question, that's fair enough. As I cannot imagine our meeting to be a simple coincidence, I shall tell you. This is the Great Plateau. According to legend, this is the birthplace of the entire kingdom of Hyrule. Alright, so we have a church.
Oh.
That temple there, long ago, it was the site of many sacred ceremonies. Ever since the decline of the kingdom 100 years ago, it has sat abandoned in a state of decay. Yet another forgotten entity, a mere ghost of its former self. I shall be here for some time. Please let me know if I may be of service. Alright, let's take it. Let's save the game. And if it doesn't work out, we will just reload, I guess. So we do save. And then we do... Also really nice, if you're in the menu, you only need to press the back button once instead of like in... yeah, there are multiple ways to get out of the menu in Red Dead Redemption, but if you click the back button, you have to press through like 5 sub-menus. Like you have to press it like 6 times to get back into the game world. Here it is really, it all feels very snappy and easy to understand, intuitive. Alright, let's take it. Direct heat has softened and sweetened this apple, either to restore 3/4 of a heart. Forgive me, I could not resist pulling your leg. Please help yourself an apple and an open flame make for a succulent treat. Alright, I was afraid I had to reload the game, but he was just kidding around. So then we can maybe also just pick up this. This torch will stay lit once ignited, but if you put it away, the flame will be extinguished until you light it again. Well then, just help yourself to that torch there. And how, may I ask, are you planning to use it? As a weapon to set things on fire, it is a secret. Why is it a secret has like a different icon? Let's look that up before I press something stupid. So we do Breath of the Wild, dialogue options with an icon meaning. One second. Dialogue options are primarily color-coded rather than using distinct graphical icons like a heart or a sword, which are commonly found in games like Assassin's Creed as shown in search results. Red is an important action, blue key information, grey quieter or less important response, white standard conversational choices. One moment. Nope. Yeah, so are we gonna do that? I feel a bit bad that I took this guy's stuff, but yeah, we do get extra content here. Alright, let's do this one. Well then, do as you please. There are plenty of monsters ahead of here though. Remember that you can use that as a weapon if need be. However, do not just swing it around without purpose. You must face your opponents and lock your sights on them. Lock on, effective for targeting. Press and hold. Alright, I hope he's not grumpy with us now. What are you doing? I'm relaxing by the fireside, of course, although I'll need to cook myself another baked apple at some point. Simple foods such as apples are fine to eat raw, but roasting them on a fire makes them tastier and more nutritious. Alright, can't we give that apple to him? Maybe we can. So we go... Apple. Where is the baked apple? Here we go. So then we... No, we cannot give it. Sometimes you can hold items, but not this item. What are you doing?
Oh.
Do you not have somewhere else to be, young one? Alright, so I'm not too happy with my choices here. I should have probably left his torch and apple with the old guy. Yeah, he seems really friendly and didn't mind too much. Can we ignite stuff with the torch? Let's check it out. How do you ignite things? Alright, let's quickly look that up. Could be useful to know. Breath of the Wild. How to ignite torch. And swipe it through an existing flame, campfire, lit brazier or fire arrow by pressing the attack button. You can also stand near a fire and light it, or use fire weapons to ignite it. It will not light if it is raining. Alright, let's see if we can activate that campfire over there. Nice. Not that we really needed it, but still pretty cool. A woodcutter's axe. A woodcutter's tool of choice for felling trees. Its formidable weight and uneven balancing make it a slow, inefficient weapon. I don't know what those numbers mean. You have 2 and then a little arrow towards a 3. I think 1 is, maybe it is damage output and degradation, maybe. Throw weapon. You can throw the weapon in your hand. Aim, holds. So which one is that? That is the right stick. Throw, release. Right, here we go. Alright, did this now, yeah, now it doesn't say 2 and 3 anymore. It only says 3. Alright, here, 3 and 2. Let's equip this one. Now, what did it say? Oh, wait, I think I can see that here. No, it says 2. But you also have that 3. What's that 3? Ah, no, now it only says 2. This one says 2, 2. So we equip it. And now it says 2. Ah, that is maybe if you have certain spells or something that with your character attributes that maybe increases the damage output of the weapon. But we don't have anything yet, so it just reverts to the base value. But this one, Woodcutter's Axe, goes from 2 to 3. Alright, so but then why can't we, where do we see weapon degradation? Alright, we're gonna hit something. Alright, I don't know. Can we light? Yeah, we can also light a stick. And that's so cool. Did that now reduce the durability? I don't think so. We are going for apples. Fuck it. Although getting the one on top is quite tricky. And almost. Alright, we're gonna jump and get it. Nice. You can also use the jump button to jump upwards when climbing. Man, the game at first I found, when I saw like videos when the game came out, I was like, yeah, that looks like a pretty simple, bit uninteresting world, but there is so much little stuff everywhere. It's really packed to the brim if you are in it. Holy fuck, holy. Yeah, but there may be something in that tree there. No, let's first get a weapon. A better weapon. Often found on the ground near trees, squirrels adore this nut, an acorn, so you may have competition while foraging. Add 1 to a meal for a nutty seasoning. Alright, let's first get to that temple. I think there may be something there. Here. Any enemies around? By the way, I may have to adjust the voiceover volume. I didn't spend a lot of time checking the in-game audio, balancing it versus my voiceover. I'm also really looking forward in this game to the puzzles. Apparently they can be quite, if I understand correctly, they can be quite challenging. Yeah, so there are enemies over there. Search. Ancient screw. A screw used in ancient machinery. It's made of an unknown material, and no matter how many times it's turned, its threads never seem to show signs of wear. Alright, nice. Alright, we are first going to get a sword that I found, or yeah, I think over there there's a sword. And there are also fish. Here, and I don't know if we can get any experience points from diving, but this seems like pretty good diving spots in the middle of that water lilies. Here we go. Wee-hoo. You found me. You're not has to, but you can see me. I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hestu, please return this to him. Korok seed. This small seed was given to you by a Korok. It has a distinct smell. If you gather a bunch of them, you never know what may happen. Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places too. Don't be shy about poking your nose into suspicious places. And this sense of exploration is amazing in this game. Rusty broadswords. This once fearsome sword has seen better days. It can do some damage in the right hands, but also breaks quickly. Alright, do we want to swim all around the corner over there? Because... nah. Alright, are we going to the temple? Wait, was there something on the other side here? Nope. There's that little Korok. I also, during playtesting, I found one just in near a tree trunk or something. Or on top of a little plateau. But this one is actually hovering with a twig. It's really, this game also has a bit of Ratchet and Clank vibes, I find. Temple of Time. But here, then look at these rookie textures. They look really like, the world itself looks a little bit cartoony, like really saturated. But then you have like, it's such a nice mix. These rook textures have like really realistic coloring. It's that nice mix. Between fiction and alright, So these bells also always have like a screw, it seems. It is a nice mixture between... Yeah, what I already said. Realism and fiction. Authenticity and cartoony. Oh wow. There's whole stuff over there as well. Crouching increases your stealth, making it easier to sneak up on foes and animals. We also have like this. Yeah, I want to look at those little rocks, it seems, straight ahead. We have like a... They disappear when you zoom in. We have like kind of binoculars. Yeah, here are these rocks. I'm just really in my getting to grips with the game mechanics phase. So don't mind me going a bit slow, or a bit, very slow. But a good start makes for half the work later on. Right, I don't know, some kind of a lizard frog hybrid. Right, I hear a growl. Right, what the hell is that? Looks like some kind of a boss. A man horse. We have like red mountains over there. We have a long bridge. Which, is it broken? No. Map design looks amazing, like especially if we can really explore those areas later on, then it really feels like Dark Souls-esque almost. Where you can... there's really quite nice draw distance with enemies. But it's really like that you can see areas where you will later go, and then once we are there we can look back at this temple and like, okay, there is where we were at the start, and that really makes for a coherent, homogeneous, logical game world, so to say. Like the game world persists even if you're not there. If you're able to look at areas where you were earlier, that's still from a totally different vantage point, a different location, and you see that that earlier location is still there without you being there, it reinforces the idea that the game world is persistent, regardless whether the player is there or not. It's not like if you leave an area that it then suddenly disappears. Of course it does, if you cannot see it, technically. But it is really that game design where you can look back on, you can look forward to, you can view locations that you will be visiting going forward, and once you're there you can look back and see locations that you were earlier. That really, I'm rambling a bit, it's hard for me to explain exactly my thoughts, but it's a pretty simple concept. It is that intertwined level design, game world design, that Dark Souls really did amazingly well in the first game. This almost feels a bit like Dark Souls, I have to say. So we have a big volcano over there. We have some castle or palace over there. We are mostly looking for screws over here. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was afraid of that. There are enemies. I wonder whether enemies can climb as easily as Link does. Alright, I'm saving the game because I'm sure I will fall down. I don't think I can make that jump. But the controls feel really snappy, I find. And also the fact that he can basically climb anywhere is pretty amazing. What's that? Ah, we have to put something in there, I think. I think this is, there may be something more to that icon. There may be something there, although I don't really see anything. Ah, nice. Check it out. Soldier's bow, a bow designed for armed conflict. Inflicts more damage than a civilian bow, but it will still burn if it touches fire. Equip a bow to attack enemies from afar. Draw bow. Release to fire. Yeah, but do we have arrows? No, we do not, unfortunately. Otherwise we could have taken out that enemy up front. Man, it really does have, I find that you also see these enemies in the distance. To me it really has that there is a path there as well, it seems. Gonna try that out. But I really wonder whether these textures, are they upscaled textures from that graphic pack? I don't think so. It really looks quite sharp. But what I was saying is, to me, it feels like Dark Souls a bit, with these enemies that you see, just like the undead in what's that first area on that berg. You see them, and also these campfires. They look like the fires. Is it called shrine in Dark Souls? Fireling's shrine. Anywho, I was thinking, can we get over there? Yeah, not really, I think. Here, there is like this. There seems to be that path, arches indoor. I don't really see a way to get to them. I'm wondering whether if you follow them all the way to the other side, whether there will be maybe some other treasure there. Here, like over there on the... Right over there. I'm wondering whether there's something there, but we cannot get there. Because there's no way, nowhere to drop down. Right, somehow I don't need to walk all the way around, you can just climb. Somehow I have the feeling that there is maybe more to explore still here than what we did. Holy shit, I was not expecting that. Wow. I was already like, huh? How could we have survived that? Right, did we... Yeah, we already have the bow. There's nothing here, right? I'm overdoing it, I guess. That I think there's like a little vertical glitch with stretched clouds, like over there in OpenGL. But if it are only those. Over there as well, stretched clouds. I will have to Maybe look that up. There's a mod for that or a fix. But I don't know if that then will impact something else. And again, I'm very slow. Here, maybe we can see if there's something there. It's hard to see. Maybe there's nothing there. I'm probably overthinking it. But I'm going very slow, but indeed I'm still in the... getting to grips with the game mechanic phase. Right, maybe those are explosive thingies. If I throw them on that enemy. What are these? They look red.
Yep.
No, let's first see what's in here. Maybe a couple of arrows. Traveler's bow. A small bow used by travelers for protection. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can be used to attack foes from a distance. That's all really nice, but we do not have arrows, right? Or do we? Soldier's bow. This one goes from 14 to 5. I still have no idea what that all means. Is that maybe the most powerful weapon that we have versus... no, I think that is what you have equipped versus the weapon that you're selecting. So now we have like this one goes from 2 to 3. So if we now equip this one, and then it will go 3 to 2. Yeah, 3 to 2. So it is what you currently have equipped compared to what you have select and could equip. We're going with that one. Here, there's no arrow. Pretty funny sound that it makes. Let's see if the other bow makes a different sound. Nope. Same sound. Yeah, so some arrows would be nice. And also knowing whether this can be used as a weapon. I don't know how to throw it. Ah, wait, that was the R shoulder button, I think. So we can... Let's try it. Right, here we go. need another weapon. Oh, and also on master difficulty, I think the enemies regen health, so you need to keep the pressure on. Alright, we need some food. That's why I picked the apples. And we need a different weapon. Boko Club, a crude Boko Blink Club made to clobber small prey. It's essentially a stick, so its durability is low. Pretty cool that enemies actually drop their weapons. Sometimes. A rare Bokoblin guts, a rare material obtained by defeating a Bokoblin. It convulses on its own every now and then, which is really creepy, but perhaps it has a use. Bokoblin Fang, a tooth obtained from a Bokoblin. It's worn down and not very sharp, but it's still pretty hard. Cook it alongside a critter to make an elixir. Bokoblin Horn, the severed horn of a Bokoblin, a creature often encountered on the plains of Hyrule. It isn't edible, but it can be tossed into a stew with some critters to make an elixir. Alright, and now see how worn is that weapon. Where can we see durability? It still looks blue, so I guess that's good. Also really cool, you see like a temperature gauge to the left of Link's character. So probably clothing, etc. is going to be a factor. Ah, here, nice. A bundle of 5 common arrows. The shafts of these arrows were carved from the wood of a sturdy tree. Alright, how much damage do arrows do? $14, 5. If this bow does 14 damage, that's pretty amazing. I don't know, maybe that's one of the DLC items. And again, honestly, if it's not in the base game, I actually really don't like it. It feels like cheating. A spring, so not a bolt, but a spring. It is light and buoyant enough to float on water, and no matter how many times it's compressed, it never loses tension. Alright, but maybe the game pointed us towards this temple via the old main, just merely for the bow, to obtain the bow. I have no idea. Let's see if there's anything else here. The goddess statue smiles upon you. Right, they didn't do much. Maybe it heals health if you are low on health. Alright, so we basically figured out the temple. There is not much here actually. Maybe we should just go to the location on the map for the main quest. But I am curious a little bit, honestly, about that little farm over there. But it could be that there is a big enemy in between that blocks us from going there. Would not surprise me. Some new kinds of shrooms, or maybe the same shrooms. I think a new kind. Farmer's pitchfork, a farming tool used to collect hay efficiently. It's light enough to be used by anyone. The 4 prongs are very sharp. Ah, a shield. The lid of a large soup pot. It smells vaguely of poultry broth. Yum. It can take quite a beating before breaking. Nice. Raise your shield. Block when using a one-handed weapon. Press and hold. Remove. This game is so cool actually. Seriously. Alright, let's see what it does. Nice. Man, what a game. Alright, we can light that, I think. But then we first need a fire to light our torch. What a game. It really feels like you're in a cartoon. Woodcutter axe, and it has like an arrow on it. What does that mean? That means that it is less, I think, powerful than the weapon you currently have equipped. Alright, but what is this? Fuck me, I thought this was a hatch that we could open up. Maybe later on in the game. Mushrooms. Green mushroom that grows near trees in the forest. It's chock full of natural energy. Cook it to release its stamina restoration properties. We will surely do that. Man, I'm really doing nothing in this game and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. my god, it's so annoying getting that apple. There must be a way to get it easier. Alright, a little bit of stuttering because of new shaders loading in. Alright, are we going to go for those new mushrooms? I do think that you can retrieve arrows, but I'm not sure if you actually hit an enemy and then you kill it, whether, and then it may despawn, whether it despawns the arrows with it. Alright, those guys are cooking. Fuck my life. Those guys have pretty good sights. Ah, wow, there's something there. I think that's another one of those bells. Alright, let's pick this mushroom. A mushroom that can grow almost anywhere but prefers ceilings and sheer cliffs. Cook it before eating to temporarily increase your movement speed. Here the thing is that this area, it really looks like, okay, there's not much here, but I'm sure that there are things here that you can find. If you look more thoroughly. Alright, nothing there. Probably nothing there as well, but you never know. It looks like a beehive, right? Can't we use that to our advantage? Let's check it out. So we are going to whip the bow out. We're going to shoot over there. That went not as planned. Oh shit, my telephone died. I have to quickly put my telephone on the charger. Some items like bows allow you to target things by tilting the controller. I didn't test yet whether the tilting function works with the DualSense. I hope it does. We'll be taking a 1-minute break, charging my phone and doing a quick sanitary stop, and then we'll continue. Alright, here we go. Very bad. I indulged in my bad habit again. What the hell is that? Maybe we have to check that out still. Smoking a cigarette. I still smoke way too much. I have to cut it out. Oh shit, there's the big guy on the horse. He is actually spotting me, I think. Or not. No. Man, what a cool world. Just feels very, I don't know, positive. Very light-hearted. These textures, they look pretty damn good, I find. So this tree bark, the blue flowers, it's just amazing, amazing art design. The piano kicking in, the volcano in the distance. Still don't know what these are. They look like tentacles. So it are bells that became mobile. Did we already pick up all the items from these bells? I think we did. Alright, what was that? I think over here, a little ruin. Yeah, and that is also really weird. There is like this skull rock. Looks like a skull. But anywho, we are not strong enough to take on all these motherfuckers. At least we can take on maybe 1 or 2, but not 3 for sure. So maybe let's just go to where we need to go. There's one more motherfucker there. Yeah, let's take on that motherfucker. Let's see what we have. What do we have? I don't know. We have the pitchfork. No, but let's try and get him with the bow. Assuming it's only one guy. Yeah, there's a chest there. Nice. And he's also looking the other way. That's also pretty nice. Where is he? There he is. Nice. Right, but now the question is, can we retrieve our arrows? I'm afraid not. Fucking hell. Because if you shoot an arrow in like a tree or something, then you can retrieve it. I found. Here we go. Hylian trousers, traditional dress trousers of Hyrule. The plush fabric makes these trousers quite comfortable and their high durability makes them ideal for travelers. Alright, that looks good. Hylian trousers, it says 4. Why does it say, to the left it says 3? here. That's our total armor. Is 1 plus 3. So if we do this, we would go to 2. Man, it's all so intuitive in this game. It's just amazing. Here, this is one of the arrows that I missed. You can actually then retrieve it. If you hit an enemy, they despawn together with the enemy. Or even if the enemy not despawns, I'm sure if you hit the enemy, you lose your arrow. And also good to know, there is a critical hit mechanic. Oh, fuck me, there's another one. You know what? I'm just gonna leave him be. I don't think we gain any experience or anything from fighting. Or maybe we do, but... I didn't really notice anything like that. Like in Skyrim, where each fight that you do, you gain experience in light attack, heavy attack, etc. Oh, fuck me, there's one. Alright, let's just pitchfork this motherfucker. But our pitchfork is damaged now. Yeah, so it basically goes from good to damaged, and maybe if we put on the full HUD, it will show. Not really, it just shows it's damaged. Alright, also good to know, left D-pad is changing shields, right D-pad is changing weapons. This is whistling for the horse. And also that purple meter is how much sounds you make. Right, this guy, I also encountered him during playtesting. He just came out of nowhere from here, so maybe he is guarding something here. Well, I don't really see anything here, except for some acorns. And some apples. Do I want to pick up that apple? Because if we are gonna jump to it, we will jump all the way down. We may even not survive that fall. Man, it's all so snappy and... Alright, we got it. simplistic is not the right word, because it is not a simplistic game. There is a lot of depth to it, but the controls are just pretty damn intuitive. Ah yes, these motherfuckers. There we go. Choo-choo jelly, a gelatinous substance that came from a choo-choo. It's unusable in the state, but applying a bit of elemental stimulation will change its form. Alright, so where do we need to go? To the northeast. And this was the Shrine of Resurrection, which is also a... Oh, by the way, let's, which is also a fast travel point. Let's quickly go. There is like this. Yeah, I think it's over there. There's one of those little weird. I forgot the name. But whatever they're called. One is up here. Here we go. You found me. Man, they're so cool. Yeah, physics are also pretty damn believable. There's also a little camp there. And there's also a new flower, I think, here. A new flower type. I think we can get some wow, that's a big tree with something on top of it. I think we can get some arrows from here. A fresh bird egg necessary for making dishes such as omelets and crepes. You can snack them from bird's nest if you're sneaky. Nutritious and delicious, perfect for cooking. Poor bird doesn't have an egg now anymore. Here we go. Another bow. Arrows. And a mushroom. And a weird tree. Here you can hide in the shrubbery. Need more guys. Yeah, so over there is where I found some more treasure chests, but I don't really see a way to get to them right now. Like this is, you die if you fall in here. And I don't think I can make this jump. Right? that's... I would say that's too far. Alright, we have some flying ship over there. Don't ask me what it is. We have a tower ruin. We have some weird fleshy creature over there. Some kind of a sail. Ah, another one. I don't know what that is. Looks like a giant banner of some sort. And this looks the same like the other ruined wall on the other side where we were. This is the plateau, by the way. I think this is all like an introductory area. Oh, there's another ruin over there as well. Maybe that's also just like a wall like we are on now. I do think I found here something during playtesting at the end. I'm not 100% sure. I'm 60% sure. Maybe I was imagining something because there's nothing here. Man, what a fun game. It really feels super duper. Here, check out how far these guys spot me. That guy is spotting me now. He's pretty far away. I do like that. That it's not all very close quarters. This is a temple or a shrine. I don't think we can do anything with it. Cannot interact or anything. Ah, check it out. Ruby, a precious red gem mined from large ore deposits found throughout Hyrule. Rubies contain the power of fire and have fetched a high price since ancient times. And there's also one down below, but how can I interact with chests down below? Pressing all kinds of buttons to see if I can dive, but no, I think we may have to torch the water and make it evaporate or something. I have no clue. But the water looks really nice, I find. And the fish, it is just such a fun world just to be in, I find. Or maybe we can roll the... No, this boulder we cannot push. I'm sure. Oh, we can actually. Not really working. Alright, let's try that again. No. And even if we would do that, I was hoping maybe it could destroy the chest. But there's another chest there as well, so we would not even be able to get all of them. Anywho, I think we need to go in that direction. Yeah, although I was thinking that we needed to go northwest still, but no, we need to go northeast. We need to go southeast. Alright, there are all kinds of enemies there, but I will leave them be. I did fight one of them during playtesting. It's actually quite easy fighting them. Let's do it. It's because it's pretty fun. They will, it's like a raised platform. And there's one fire arrow guy who put himself on fire. So, holy shit, we have a lot of stuff. Also, this whole inventory looks much more appealing than, for example, The Witcher, where you had like a gazillion thousand very similar icons which were worth nothing. It was just a total over-cluttering. I still find Skyrim does inventory the best, where you can look at each item in 3D. That's really super immersive. Anywho, we have 6 arrows. We are going to see if I can shoot that guy's platform. Yeah. Alright, normally they already spot me by now. That guy over there is normally spotting me. Or during playtesting he spotted me. Here, there he goes. So he's going into alert state. Now the other guy... Here, oh man, this is so funny. This is even easier than yesterday. Fuck me, that guy also has like a super bow. Alright, you guys do what you want. I'm going to get through these. Spiked Bokobo, an upgraded Bokobo bound with animal bone to boost its durability and firepower. Its craftsmanship is floppy, but it's light and easy to use. Fire arrow, wow, a bundle of 5 fire arrows. Fire arrows break apart on impact, igniting objects in the immediate area. Incredible effective against cold things. Change arrows. You can change arrows quickly. Draw bow, press and hold, and then left D-pad switch. Man, what a game. What a game. No, no, oh no, no, fuck my life. I was already... Do I now have all my items? I do think it was an autosave. Yes, pretty nice. We are going to do that Boko bow. No, our own bow, soldier's bow, is even better. We are going to eat something. Alright, so we need to get to the other. Yeah, I think we need to get to where those guys are. Or maybe behind it. Where can we find our... Adventure log. Follow the Sheikah slate. From out of nowhere you hear a woman's voice speak to you. She instructs you to head to the marker displayed on the Sheikah slate. The slate is both alien and somehow familiar to you. You find that you can access its map by pressing the select button. Man shooting one of those balloons and then the guy dropping is extremely cool. Alright, there were also two guys over there. What are they even doing? Man, when I saw this game in videos during release, I really was like, yeah, okay, fun. I don't know what all the hype is about, but we are only in the beginning section, but I already, that is something, I don't know. I wanted to say that we can shoot, but no, any item that you hover over, the crosshair becomes red. But now I really understand it. And we're not far in the game, we're in the tutorial section, but I totally get it. Ah wait, there's like an entrance there. We have at least one guy, but I'm a little bit afraid that the other two will come as well. But we can sneak our way through. I hope. Oh wow, you can actually take a frog. But do I want to take a frog? Yeah, only because... Oh fuck me, there he is. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna shoot him with fire arrows as well. Fuck that guy. His friends are not really coming. Ah, yes, there are a lot of them. Holy fuckaroli. I wanted to say his friends are a bit passive. No, they are not. Very nice. So 2 arrows to take out one of those guys. Man, it's so cool. Like this game, these enemies, they look super cartoony, non-threatening, but they are really quite hard. And that's again that Japanese brilliant mix between seriousness and goofiness. They are certainly lethal, these enemies. It's just all so well done. I would never, if I would design a game, come up with these kinds of enemy types. Well, it's actually... Wow, one shot. It is actually super cool. Boko shields. A Bokoblin made shield created by attaching a handhold to any flat tree bark picked up off the ground. It's pretty shoddy, so don't expect it to last very long. Alright, so we do left D-pad and then switch. There we go. Traveler's Sword, a very common sword, often kept by travelers to fend off small beasts. It's fairly durable, but a bit unreliable against monsters. Alright, so we do have a cap of weapons. So what are we going to drop? We're gonna drop this one. But we're not gonna drop it right here, otherwise... let's see what happens. So we're gonna drop it. Anything else to drop? We have 2 of those. Traveler bow. Boko bow. And we have of course our soldier's bow. Let's drop one of these. And let's take the sword and let's equip the sword. Also the weapon moves are really more in depth than you would expect. Alright, is this where we need it to be? Yes. Place the Sheikah slate in the pedestal. Sheikah tower activated. Please watch for falling rocks. Good work, Link. Great Plateau Tower. Distilling local information. have a bigger area maybe now? Yes, for sure. Regional map extracted.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end.
Holy shit.
Now then, you must hurry, Link. Before it's too late.
Follow the Sheikah slate. Complete. In the pocket. Alright, so that we did activate a monster, which is not the best probably. Not the best situation we could find ourselves in. What's this? Does absolutely nothing. But really cool that we are now on top of one of those towers. So we have there the skeleton rock or cave or structure. We have the temple ruin over there. We have something, there's another tower over there. We have the, where we came down the mountain, where was that? I think some over there as well, where the old man was. I think it was somewhere over here. And then the, yeah, I think that is where the thing of regain, or however it's called. Oh man, oh shrine. The great plateau here. Shrine of resurrection. Holy shit, is this only one region? Well, is this the whole map? That is huge. Anywho, what do we see? The Great Plateau, a core rock. And that's just a regular enemy, right? Or I don't know even. Eastern Abbey, Temple of Time. Yeah, we already checked that one out, but there seems to be more to it, maybe, or maybe not. Then we have more the Great Plateau, Mount Helia, all the way to the southwest, River of the Dead. Is that also where that long bridge is? No idea. Hopper Pond. Forest of Spirits. Yeah, so that where we came out was over there. That looks pretty, not even that far away. But on this map, it is really more than halfway over the map. So the map is not that big. From here to the shrine, to the entrance over there, is halfway of the whole region map. I mean, it is. That is the Forest of Spirits. It is certainly not small, but it's indeed only a region of the world map, I guess. So that is the Temple of Time, I think it's called. But then what is that over there? That there's one of those towers over there. So we have that Temple of Time. Yeah, and it looks to be to the right of it. I don't know. What the hell is this? Omano Shrine. So that's to our right. Ah, that's the one that is now highlighted. Alright, so how do we get down here? Just climbing. Man, isn't there a way to... No! Damn it. I wanted to say to go down in leaps, so to say. Depending on the height, you may take damage or even die, blah blah blah. Alright, we already did everything, right? B or Y are not the buttons to press. But just like you can jump up when climbing, I was wondering whether that also applies when going down. If I press the jump button, he just jumps off. Oh wait, there are... more of these balconies. Let's see if there's anything on these balconies. I don't see anything there, but it are good ways to regain stamina and also to get down actually. Ah, the old man. Such a cool dude. My, it would seem we have quite the enigma here. This tower and others just like it have erupted across the land, one after another. It is almost as though a long dormant power has awoken quite suddenly. If you do not mind me asking, did anything odd occur while you were atop that tower? I heard a voice. Well now, a voice you say. And did you happen to recognize this mysterious voice? Nope. I see, well that is unfortunate. I assume you caught sight of that atrocity enshrouding the castle. True. That is Calamity Ganon. 100 years ago that vile entity brought the kingdom of Hyrule to ruin. It appeared suddenly and destroyed everything in its path. So many innocent lives were lost in its wake. For a century, the very symbol of our kingdom, Hyrule Castle, has managed to contain that evil, but just barely. There it festers, building its strength. For the moment, it will unleash its blight upon the land once again. It would appear that moment is fast approaching. I must ask you, courageous one, do you intend to make your way to the castle? Alright, so I think that this button means stop the conversation. So I chose that one earlier. Like it was like, where are you using the bow for or something? And it was, or the torch for making a fire or attacking. And then the other last option with the little circle icon was like, I keep it a secret. And I chose that one because I thought, okay, it has a little icon, maybe it's like a special extra dialogue, but I'm pretty sure that the bottom dialogue is just Um, the circle icon is just probably the circle button on the controller on the DualSense, meaning back, cancel out. So I think the bottom dialogue option is always just to end the dialogue. So I should not have taken that one earlier in the dialogue with the old man, but it is what it is. Do you intend? I must ask you, courageous one. Do you intend to make your way to the castle? I do. I had a feeling you would say that. Here, on this isolated plateau, we are surrounded on all sides by steep cliffs with no way down. Man, it really looks like Dark Souls. If you were to try to jump off, well, no death could be more certain or more foolish.
Oh.
Of course, if you had a paraglider like mine, that would be quite another story. Paraglider? Oh, piqued your interest, have I? Yes, I didn't come soaring down here on my own feathery wings, you know. I wanted to quickly look up paraglider, but I don't think I have any mobile devices with juice in them. Nope. Oh, but we can. One moment. We can start at least charging one. Because I'm curious what that word piqué is. It looks like a French word, but it was like Anglo-sized, or it was incorporated in the English language apparently. It's just a very fancy way of saying picture interest. It seems, but who, I don't know. I do like to look up words, actually, the origin of words. Worry not, I will happily agree to give you my paraglider, but not for nothing. Let's see now. How about I trade it for a bit of treasure that slumbers nearby? The isolated plateau main quest. Open adventure log. After your descent from the tower, the old man told you that the kingdom of Hyrule was destroyed 100 years ago by Calamity Ganon. So I don't know, in earlier Zelda games, I think the guy was just called Ganon. Here it is Calamity Ganon, so like extra evil Ganon. You heard a voice coming from Hyrule Castle, but you cannot reach it unless you leave the plateau using the paraglider. The old man said that he will give you the paraglider in exchange for the treasure that lies within a hidden location somewhere. Come, let me show you something. Man, it's such a cool game. I'm like watching a cool movie, but actually playing it. Shadows also look good. Do you see that structure there? The one shining with a strange light? It began glowing at the exact moment those towers rose up from the ground. That's pretty suspicious. I would think such a place might house some sort of treasure, wouldn't you? Treasure for the paraglider, a fair exchange, I believe. True.
Oh.
Go on, fetch me any treasure you find inside that shrine. I'm looking forward to your successful return. We are on a quest, people. Quest time. Questing time. Alright, I'm gonna try and avoid any motherfuckers around. Man, this game and Gran Turismo 3. What a holiday. For me, this is peak holiday. Peak relaxing. Alright, any springs? Yes. I mean, holiday going to a location on the beach with beautiful women, etc. is also nice. But this certainly is a tight first place for me. Alright, let's do a dive. Woohoo! Everything just works as you expected. It's so nice. Alright, here we go. First shrine. Or no, it's not a shrine, it's a temple, right? Ah, it is a shrine. Almano shrine. Shaika slate confirmed. Man, the colors travel gate registered to map. Ah, so that's a fast travel area, I guess. Alright, are that fast travel areas indeed? Oh, wrong button. Why is this Korok dude there? I don't understand. Koroks, I think, are just the enemy, guys. I know, that's also Korok. It seems a bit random. There are way more Korok camps, right? Why only those two? Mount Hylia, Great Plateau, River of the Dead. That's where we died. Yeah. Can we disable that? I don't really need that on my map. That is... I don't know. No. If all the times that you die will be on the map, then there will probably be a lot of crosses on the map. One moment. I'm just activating... If it works, and it doesn't. Trying to activate a tablet to see what Korok is. Wait, I will get my mobile phone. One moment. We can also see it just from the inventory, I guess, because we have a Korok bow, I think. That's a Boko bow. So what is Korok versus Boko? I think those regular enemies are Bokos. Give me one moment. I'm just waiting for the telephone to boot. Optimizing apps. Why would you need to optimize apps when booting? I don't know. Almost done. Alright, here we go. So we do Breath of the Wilds, Call Rock. The Korok Forest is located north of Hyrule Castle in the Great Hyrule Forest. Mainly consisting of the Great Deku Tree, many Koroks live there as well. It is also home to the Master Sword. In order to reach Korok Forest, one must travel through the Lost Woods. So I have to, Ah, wow. You can also use the triggers for that. Coal rock. I don't know. Maybe that are the DLC items. Yeah, maybe I should check that out. And then also we do peak to peak etymology. The verb to peak originates from the French word piquer, meaning to prick, sting, or pierce. Emerging in English during the late 17th century, it evolved from literal physical piercing to figurative meanings such as irritating, nettling, or stimulating interest, curiosity, or pride. It shares roots with pike, a pointed weapon, and pick. Used to mean irritating or offending, nettling someone, or stimulating them to action in the 1700s. Then later, 1690, the meaning softened to stimulate, excite, or arouse, e.g. to pique interest. Pique versus pique. To pique interest, curiosity, arouse or excite. A pique, a feeling of resentment or wounded vanity. Piqué, a different word derived from the same French root, referring to a quilted, raised pattern fabric. Would you like to explore the difference between peak and peak in more detail? No, but I do like peak versus pick. Peak means to arouse, stimulate, or excite interest, curiosity, or to cause resentment. Pick means to select, choose, or pluck. Use pique for curiosity, e.g. that piqued my interest, and pick for choices, e.g. pick a card. They are distinct words, not interchangeable. Alright, interesting. I still don't, I'm still gonna look it up because that AI answer, as usual, Google AI is literally the worst. We do the Breath of the Wild, Coal Rock. Korok seed locations. Our map shows the locations of all 900 Korok seeds with, what are Korok? That are the, that's it. That's where we already picked it up. That are the little guys that give that seed. And am I correctly to see that it said 900 locations? Our map shows the locations of all 900 Korok seeds. One moment. Is that for the Breath of the Wild? Holy shit. 900. That's crazy. How many do we have now? 2. So it's not that you get like multiple from one of those little forest creatures. You get 1 from each, so I can almost not imagine that there are 900 in total, but we will see. Here we go. The temperature will change depending on your location at the time of day. Fucking hell. So, with these tips, I really find there must be a button that you press to continue the game, because often there's too little time to read it, and that really is super annoying, I find. To you who sets foot in this shrine, I am Oman Au. In the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer this trial. Magnesis trial. Alright. I'm really curious how these will be. Probably super interesting. given that it's a Japanese developer. Sheikah Slate authenticated distilling rune. Magnesis. Manipulate metallic object using magnetism. Grab onto metallic objects using the magnetic energy that pours forth from the magnesis rune. Object held in the magnetic snare can be lifted up and moved freely. That's pretty nice. Use selected rune from Sheikah Slate. Alright, what are we going to do with those plates? I still see these dots are connected, those as well, but the ones over there not yet. Alright, maybe, yeah, there's just something below them. We have a thingy. Normally we can push them. Not that one, apparently. Ah, wait! We can use the rune. So, wait, we can also use it to push stuff out of the way, I guess. Here. Man, these puzzles are cool. Ah, the controls also work, the motion controls. Well, I'm personally not really such a fan of it, but great that it works. Is that an enemy? Yeah, that looks like an enemy. Alright, it's loading the shaders. It's a bit annoying. Are we just going to... Why can't I push these rocks? Are we just going to... hold this thing in front of us? It is actually pretty cool. Using the motion controls. I'm just going to fucking hell. I need to think. I'm not the fastest thinker currently. Ah man, I don't even have that much health items. Ah, but other items also do health. Alright, it's not really helping, honestly. Maybe I need a bigger slate. Maybe. Oh wait, I can move it into the water. Oh, my life, it's annoying. Nice! In the pocket. Alright, can we also push, thrust it forwards? Nope. Ancient gear. Gear used in ancient machinery. Despite being incredibly old, its build quality is leaps and bounds above anything built using current technology. Fuck me. Alright, so far so good. Oh, by the way, in the motion controls, it's really nice that it works, but I don't really need it for these chests, because you can just use the thumbstick. But there are other puzzles with moving floors to, you have to skew, or however you say that properly, a floor to roll a ball through a maze. And for that, I think you do need the motion control. So it's really nice that it's working actually. No, we need to. get it from the other sides. How to do that? Yeah, this way. What we want. Alright, but how are we getting to that thing over there? It looks like a chest, right? Traveler's bow. Alright, first puzzle was pretty simple, but still pretty nice. Figuring out how to defeat that automatron, or however you call those. An ancient creature. Here, stuff like this. It looks so beautiful. You have proven to possess the resolve of a true hero. But those light beams shattering, I am Oman Ao, the creator of this trial. I am a humble monk, blessed with the sight of goddess Hylia and dedicated to helping those who seek to defeat Ganon. With your arrival, my duty is now fulfilled. In the name of goddess Hylia, allow me to bestow this gift upon you. Please accept this spirit orb. Here also, spirit orb, a symbol of courage given to those who have overcome the challenges of a shrine. May the goddess smile upon you. Here again, this effect, I think that this is typically Japanese with the coolers and also those lines, tree drop. The things you can do atop small trees are limited. Fuck me again, I cannot fully read it. It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. But anywho, that is really like the Japanese art design. It looks so well. But I have not the feeling I wanted to look behind that creature's throne as well. Maybe there was another treasure chest. So I'm a bit annoyed that now we are suddenly back here. It seems you managed to get your hands on a spirit orb. Well done. Sorry, I cannot help myself. Wait. Also, what I wanted to say, I actually like it that they don't have a lot of voiceover in this game. It makes it, yeah, you just feel it in your head, so to say, the dialogue. Initially I found it a weird choice that it was silent, but I actually really like it. How did you know clairvoyance? Oh ho, or perhaps just something similar. As one gets older, it can become more difficult to see what is right before one's own eyes. However, that which was once hidden from view can often be crystal clear. But perhaps that is not true for everyone. Oh ho ho. The appearance of those towers and the awakening of this shrine. It is all connected to the Shaika slate you carry on your hip there. What do you mean? It has been quite some time since I have seen that Shaika slate. Long ago, a highly advanced tribe known as the Shaika inhabited these lands. The great power of their wisdom saved this kingdom time and time again. But their ancient technology disappeared long ago, or so it is said. It is interesting, however, to think how something like that survived all this time hidden away in a shrine. These shrines are tucked away in numerous places all across this land. On this plateau alone, I believe there are still 3 more. Bring me the treasure from each of those shrines, and I will give you my paraglider. So I need more now. I said treasure, but I never said there would only be 1 treasure. Whether it's 1 treasure or 4, what's the difference for a young go-getter like yourself? Since I'm feeling generous, I will also teach you a trick for finding shrines. It's always best to survey the area by looking around from a high point. Let's see here. How about you make your way to the top of that tower again? I admire your eagerness, but allow me to teach you something else before you go. Take a look at the map on your Shaika slates.
Oh.
See those blue icons? You should recognize the cave where you woke, the shrine you came from, and the tower. You can travel instantly to any of those places with the Shaika slate. Or so I heard quite some time ago. I do not know if it actually works as such. Try traveling to the top of the tower from there. You should be able to scout the location of another shrine. You sure know a lot. Oh, when you have been around as long as I have, you pick up a thing or 2. Go on, why not try it out? Alright, but I want to get back here. Yeah, can we get back in there? Nice! Durability varies with every weapon. Always be aware of the condition of your equipment. Yeah. Again, fucking hell. No time to read it. Fuck me. Now probably that annoying creature is respawned as well. Alright, let's see where our runes are. Hero's Path mode unlocked. Press... again, why does it go away so quickly? Here, so this is everywhere we went. It's pretty handy, so you can know which areas you still have to explore. Runes, over here. So we have this one. Manipulate metallic object using magnetism. Shaika slate data is damaged. No, the annoying bugger is not there. That's pretty nice. Here. but can we just limitlessly take these treasure chests? That's pretty nice. They respawn. No, that's the one that we couldn't pick up. No. Alright, so I wanted to quickly take a peek here whether there was anything behind it or something that I may have missed. Nope. I already thought it would be a very small chance, but... Are you ready to exit this shrine? Yeah, I'm pretty ready. One last peek around. Nothing here, I would say. When there are multiple things to look onto, press L2 again to look onto the other one. What the hell? Alright, this is new to me. Can we just fast travel now? Alright, I said I wouldn't fast travel, but raft with sails can move when pushed by the wind. But yeah, for this little... yeah, and in this game, fast travel actually is not really like... It doesn't feel like a cheat or something. It really feels logical that these magical shrines can indeed teleport you. And there's also, I know there's not that much that I will miss compared to walking, because I already... Yeah, it's not that far of a distance. And at least we don't need to climb up the... whole tower. I'm surprised it took you so long to catch up with an old man like me. How did you... Oh, leave an old man his secrets. Now then, I wanted you to join me up here so you could use this as a vantage point to search for shrines. Did you know about the scope on your Sheikah slate? Look through it and you can stick a pin anywhere you'd like on the map. Anywhere you'd like to mark on the map. Press and then place a pin. The pins on your map serve as reference points for your travels. Just stick a pin anywhere you're interested in. How do you know? Experience, wisdom, instinct, call it what you will and believe it only if you so please. Go ahead and take a look if you feel inclined to do so. Having trouble finding the shrines? If you still wish to acquire the paraglider, you must put in the effort. I will not simply give it away, you see. Alright, now I see one over there. So we do place pin. There's also one over there. And there's also one over there. And on the other side, that one is blue. I guess that means done and dusted. Yeah, so basically we mark them all. Let's check it out on the map. Yeah, it makes sense. Having trouble finding the shrines? Help me out here. I just remembered something that may help you. You can review some of the abilities you've learned on the pulse screen. Open system menu, check control, save or adjust game options. ability controls. The scope and pins. Alright, pretty handy. We already read this.
Oh.
If you're searching for shrines, use the scope on your Sheikah slate. Alright, I already got them. Must I keep repeating myself? You really need to learn some self-reliance, my friend. Just check the pulse screen if you ever need a reminder of what you can do. Alright, so I guess we are just going to... do some shrine hunting, but first we are going to take out these skeletons. Fuck those guys. Cook up some wild cuisine by throwing together some ingredients, seeing what happens. Now they're not spawning. What the hell? Maybe they only spawn at night. Ah, some plants that I totally forgot to pick up earlier. This healthy herb grows abundantly in the plains of Hyrule. Cook it before eating to increase the number of hearts it restores. Alright, so how many does it restore? 1 second. Yeah, it does a full heart. That's pretty nice. Alright, we are shrine hunting. There is one over there. Man, so nice, this look. I really find water is done very well. Alright, this is that forest of spirits, and I'm pretty sure there's also like a big... There is a big rock monster here that I encountered during playtesting. Alright, the shroom respawns and we have some fire. Can we... yeah, we need a pot. We don't have a cooking pot. Otherwise we could have cooked. Who is that? What the hell is that? Ah, that is just a hunter. Well, so we meet again. What are you doing? Can you not see that I'm hunting here? You scare off my prey like that. At least crouch down a bit. What is it? What are you doing? Quiet please, I'm still hunting. Got any tips? First, crouch down and approach your prey quietly to ensure you will not be noticed. When you are close enough that detection is nearly imminent, draw your bow and let your arrow fly. Aim thoughtfully and you should be able to take down your prey with a single arrow. Courageous one, I see you have taken possession of my old bow. Splendid. Now let's see what you can do with it. I am rather tired. Yes, I think I'm going to take a small break. Alright, so you have to approach until detection is imminent, but how do you know when detection becomes imminent? At least you can draw it. Keep it drawn forever. It doesn't take stamina. Meat obtained from animals in plains and forests. You can eat it raw, but cooking it will make it more delicious and nutritious. I don't like killing animals, honestly, but it is what it is. There's like this clearing here. Yeah, it's over here. And that is where a big rock monster comes out of the ground. I don't know what triggers it. Ah, here it is. Stone talus. I don't think I am equipped to take him out. Yeah, he's not joking around. Coarser bee honey. Honey straight from the hive is chock full of nutrients. Cooking this into a meal unlocks the potential of these nutrients and provides a stamina recovery effect. Right, screw that guy. Oh wow, we are in the whole camp. Where was the... There, it really... This game is basically... Alright, we got another one. This game is basically a fun version of Dark Souls, I would say. With that rock monster, could just as well be a Dark Souls boss. Alright, let's see if the old man was still here. Where is his camp? It was here somewhere, right? There he is. Oh, nice. How is the shrine exploration going? What are you doing? My back is aging. I clearly need to take a little break. Say, courageous one, are you hungry? If so, please feel free to use my cooking pot to whip up a snack. If you need to start a fire, just light your torch on that campfire over there. Simply open your inventory, grab hold of your ingredients and toss them in. Try to consider how the ingredients will complement one another. If you play your cards right, you may even end up with a dish that can help protect you from extreme cold. It's all about being creative and trying different things. Oh ho ho.
Oh.
If you feel like cooking, you're welcome to use my pot. Oh ho, if you still wish to acquire the paraglider, you must put in the effort. I will not simply give it away, you see. Here, can I... There we go. Now, we just need to go near the pots. We're gonna sit. You can pass time by the fire. Never mind. But it's good to know, because then we can make it night and see if those skeletons reappear. But now we are going to throw some stuff in the pot. Cook it alongside a critter to make an elixir. I don't have a critter. Can hold 1 out of 5. Add, stop holding, return to game. So we're gonna put some more stuff. We're gonna do some of these. And so cool. You see everything that you picked up is in front of him, and we're gonna cook. This simple dish is common all over Hyrule. Simply fry egg until it's nice and plump. We made an omelette. 6 hearts. Check a meal's ingredient by selecting it from your inventory and then select recipe. Hyrule herb. Fuck me. I could have better cook those Hyrule herbs separately, because then it gives 1 as a basis. Maybe after cooking it takes 2 hearts. But then you can have 3 times 2 separate hearts. 3 separate times 2 hearts instead of 1 times 6 hearts. God damn it. And also I think that I may have wasted the eggs. Anywho, what's this recipe? Eats. Why does it say a little 5? Do I have 5 omelettes? Alright, we're just gonna eat it. Let's see what happens. We cannot recover anymore. Alright, I don't know why it says 5. The omelette has 6 hearts restoration, but it has a 5 on it. So, yeah, maybe it's because I put in 5 ingredients that I have 5 omelettes. No, but then it would have be like times 1. It would have said times 5 over there in the inventory to the left. But I'm talking about the little 5 icon at the bottom right, at the hearts. I see 6 hearts, but it has a 5 over it. Alright, let's cook a bit more. Fuck it. We're just gonna cook 1 meat. Okay, that's 2 hearts. A filling snack made by juicy filling snack made by grilling small chunks of meat on a skewer. Alright, and now what happens if we combine it with one of these? So we take one of that one of that one. How many hearts does it do? Steamed meat, this meat dish, 4 hearts, so that is really double. It's been wrapped in fragrant leaves and steamed to preserve its moisture. Alright, we are going to... Cooking this into a meal unlocks the potential of these nutrients and provides a stamina recovery effect. So we are going to make a meal with... I don't really have a good base for a meal. I need more meat. Applying a bit of elemental stimulation will change its form. Let's see what happens. Dubious food. It's too gross to even look at. A bizarre smell issues forth from this heap. Eating it won't hurt you though, probably. Alright, so we need other elemental stimulation than fire. This is for elixir. Elixir, can we sort? Ah, wait, you can immediately do the hold menu. That's pretty nice. But let's sort. Sort it by material. I want to sort it by food versus elixirs, but apparently that's not really possible. Let's do an apple. Oh no, we do it like so. Hold. We do an apple. Here we go. Let's make a nice apple. This sweet dish is made by heaping tasty fruits into a pan and simmering until tender. Simmered fruit. So does that look the same as the fruit that the other guy made? No, it looks better. A baked apple. Direct heat has softened and sweetened this apple. Eat it to restore 3/4 of health. So, I don't know. So this, we simmered it now. So what happens if we use it over direct meat? So we do direct heat. So we take an apple. We hold it. And we put it above the fire. Is it now simmered? No, I don't think it is. Alright, we are going to make... It convulses on its own now and then, which is really creepy, but perhaps it has a use. Bokoblin guts. A fang for an elixir. Elixir. Selling item. Seasoning. Let's try and take out one more. Boar. Alright, I do think there was some aim assist there. Because I was not really on target, I think. Alright, so we are going to take some meat and we're going to put some nut seasoning. And maybe some honey. Then it will be too much hearts. I only can refill 3 hearts. Meat skewer, a juicy filling snack made by grilling small chunks of meat on a skewer. Yeah, so we didn't get much extra hearts from that. Although this is 2 and this is 3, we did get an extra heart. Let's see if what happens to a mushroom. Yeah, so cooking basically doubles the amount. What happens if we do 2 mushrooms? Do we then get 1 item with 3 hearts? One meal with 3 hearts? Yes. Increases movement speed. Stamina restoration. Let's do 1 of these. And we do 1 of these. Three hearts and stamina. Instantly refill some of your stamina wheel. Filling dish made by grilling various mountain ingredients with meat. Energizing meat and mushroom skewer. Alright, I'm still curious about this. Oh, this is movement speed. Grants a low-level movement speed boost, a healthy vegetable dish achieved by steaming mushrooms in plant leaves. Hasty steamed mushrooms. Stamina restoration. 2 hearts on the beehive. It's alright, this is dubious food. Let's see what this one does. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Fried wild greens, a basic vegetable dish made by sautéing fresh wild plants. Man, these are really good. 5 hearts. Man, and I put 3 of them into 1 dish. That's really stupid. I really should have put them all separately. This one only has 2. So sometimes you get lucky, I guess. sauteed nuts. These sauteed 3 seeds are the perfect snack for the busy adventurer on the go. Alright, we have quite some stuff here. Although also quite some stuff that is just 1 heart. Or even half a heart. So these nuts, half a heart. Yeah, we go from a quarter to half. Right, we're gonna combine these. This is common mushroom, half a heart. So this would make 2.5, I guess. Mushroom skewer. The simple mushroom packed skewer has its colorful presentation to thank for its appeal. Yeah, so it's only 2. It doesn't really go into fractions. So I can just as well. Oh, 2. That's actually good. It rounds up. We had 1 of these. This should normally become 1. From half to 1, and this is from. No, I do? Yeah, I did do 2 mushrooms. So that would be 2. And then this one would be from a quarter to 2.5. So in total it would be 2.5, but we only got 2. This is one of those bonus ones. Alright, I will only cook these mushrooms and then we're done. Good enough. I don't know whether that is every 3rd time that you cook something that you get like this bonus hearts. Anywho, good enough. We are going to sit till night. Just chilling out. And we will be...
Oh.
If you feel like cooking, you're welcome to use my cooking pot. I cooked something. Let's take a look at what you cooked up there, shall we? They say failure is a stepping stone to success, right? Perhaps they were referring to your culinary shortcomings. I encourage you to experiment with some different ingredient combinations. The variety of food one can make out here in the wild is quite remarkable. Oh. As the art of cooking captured your interest, I'm certain you have potential. Allow me to give you some pointers. Ingredients. You can toss in anything edible. Thankfully, there are plenty of options in this area. Just remember that the more ingredients you use in a dish, the more health it will replenish when you eat it. Now then, is there anything else I can help you with? Combinations. The idea is to mix heartier ingredients like fish and meat with things like grains and vegetables. Spices and herbs help too, naturally. However, do not accidentally add in things like bugs and lizards. Let's just say they are not compatible. In fact, they are quite foul. Now then, is there anything else I can help you with? Effects. Certain ingredients have special effects, such as temporarily warming you up or increasing your stamina. If you use them when cooking, even a normal dish will be elevated to one with a special effect.
Oh.
Do note that combining bugs or lizards with monster parts may yield some unexpected results. In fact, that's how you make elixirs. Now then, is there anything else I can help you with? Bye. Try to consider how the ingredients will complement one another. If you play your cards right, you may even end up with a dish that can help protect you from extreme colds. It's all about being creative and trying different things. Oh ho ho. Alright, let's quickly get to that area. Yeah, we can also fast travel there, but let's just walk there to get more into the vibe. Let's see if these annoying skeletons pop up. They did earlier, but then here they are. They certainly pop up. Motherfuckers. Let's see if the old man will help out. Man, they're pretty aggro. Now they are not coming out of the ground here anymore. How does that work? Pretty cool how the area is colored by the light. So they really just pop up in random locations. Which is pretty cool. Which makes it feel much more unpredictable. Earlier they popped up over there. Let's see if they do now so as well. Fuck my life. No, this is not gonna work. At least they are super easy to take down. And we have a new weapon, Traveler's Spear. A spear used mainly by travelers to fend off wolves and other beasts. It's easy to hold and simple to use. Alright, but I was not even... That's stupid. I was not even selecting the correct weapon. I was fighting with a... torch. Ah, luckily I have another one. What the hell? This one I wanted to drop. A skeletal arm that keeps moving even after it's severed from its body. It's kind of gross to strap it to your back, but it will do in a pinch. It's all fragile, so it's quick to break. Again, what a cool weapon. I must not forget, I can also do charged attacks. Why can't I remove this torch? Drop. Alright, long detour. Let's get to the shrine. And before we get in there in the episode, I have to upload the footage because it's already super big, I think. The file size. And I also must not forget to use blocking. There's a lot I still have to get to grips with. And again, the art design is out of this world, I find. To go, I don't even remember where I wanted to go. Maybe it's quickest if we first go that one. I wanted to go to the one that was all in the mountains. I saw one high up in the mountains. That was probably that one. This is a mountain. I think it may have been that one. Yeah, it's over there, but there is a whole river in between. Why is this dead marked, or only when you do the hero's path modes, like everywhere where you went? And that one is permanent, that RIP. Yeah, I don't exactly know. We have to get there anyways, but yeah, maybe it's quite far. Maybe this one is the hardest of them all, so maybe it's better to first do the one to the left, but screw it. I think that will be enemies, right? Yeah. Keys eyeball. Rare material dropped by defeated keys. It's fun to look at, but it doesn't seem to have much use at first glance. But it must be good for something. Keys wing. The wing of a keys. It's covered with very short, sharp fur. It's not much used by itself, but you can mix it with critters to make something useful. And how is my weapon doing? It's still good. There's another one of those higher, or not very high, but see if there's anything here. Nope. Right, I think this is the path that we took. Maybe not. Yeah, this was the path that we took all at the start. Ah, he's here again, the old man. Huh? What's that? It seems there's no rest for the old and weary. What are you doing? Oh, I was just feeling a chill. Warm fire can do wonders for a weary soul. A campfire is a wonderful place to pass the time. Staring into these flames, it's easy to lose track of the hours. Bah, please ignore my rambles. Feel free to relax here for as long as you'd like. What are you doing? Alright, where do we need to go? I think in that direction. Yeah, it's that direction. There it is. But the weather is a lot cooler here. So probably I need first better clothes before I can get there. The temperature is getting dangerously low. Find warmth soon or you will take damage. So this is locked off for now. Let's see what's over there. Not one of the shrines that we need, but probably a, I forgot the name again. Boko? No, it's not Boko. Yeah, it's Boko. Right, so we need a way to get to the other side of this river. Ah, there's a bridge over there. But first we need better clothing. Yeah, and this is just another camp. there's a chest all at the top there. Check it out. And I really like these random little pools. Oh fuck me, I can never make that, right? Can I make this? Better save the game, I guess. We should make it, I think. Nice. Common arrows, goddammit. Check out the shadow in the distance, pretty nice. With little link on top of the pillar visible. Yeah, I need to enable a mod that fixes those clouds over there. Those clouds are stretched. But I'm afraid if I do one of those mods that it will break other stuff. Alright, maybe good if I'm gonna research that quickly. I have to end the episode anyways because it's really taking already quite a while. I wanted to end the episode by actually getting to the next shrine, but we can just as well do that at the start of the next one, which I will be commencing in 10 minutes or so from now in real life. In YouTube time you can of course immediately click the next video, probably if anybody is watching, which I highly doubt. Yeah, there's also something there. Very suspicious. Anyways guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you in the next one. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.